I'm a 32F who's never had a boyfriend. I feel like I'm not good enough for anyone. How do I come to terms that I'll forever be alone? If you are not good at making regular friends, it will probably also be difficult in romantic relationships. Try reaching out to people. Write down a goal and work towards it. Also, don't put yourself down while you talk to people or volunteer negative information about yourself. Men don't look like Instagram models and feel inferior as well. Even Instagram models don't look like Instagram models in real life. Stop trying to compare yourself to an impossible ideal. If you would actually go out and meet people, you would see no one looks like they do in social media. In fact, just get off social media in general. There are also tons of men with the exact same experience and fears as you have. Find one of those. Oh man, you're gonna get so many weird-ass private messages. Perfection is a myth, and you gotta stop convincing yourself that everyone is perfect, especially on social media. That being said, I think you should get out more often. Find your hobbies, find active groups via social media, and engage in activities. There are women who are 30 and have never really dated anyone before. Not in school, not in college, no kisses or relationships, it happens. Some of those people are traditionally pretty, others are not. But rarely that is the point. Keeping to yourself, not liking big crowds. People still have partners and feel those things. And telling someone that you're dating that this is the first time you are really doing anything like this is not a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's neutral. And you don't need plastic surgery to get a date. You are beautiful. If not to your own eyes, I promise there is someone on this planet who would look at you and crumble, because you genuinely look amazing. Looks are subjective, and you don't need to conform to the mainstream idea of thin, hourglass girls. On top of that, if the reason someone is dating you is that you are pretty, and that's it? That's not okay, not even slightly okay. Because looks fade, no one looks pretty for life, and that means there is a time constraint on the relationship. Date someone because you genuinely think they are cool on a personality level, and because they think you are genuinely cool on a personality level. The things you see online? You don't need to look like that. You don't need a filter or surgery be pretty. With social media now, every girl is perfection. No, they are not. They are shockingly vain about looking like a plastic doll that's more a parody of a real woman than anything else. I'm scared to be compared to someone like that. That comparison almost certainly works in your favor. Most women look good in comparison to that influencer look. Also, for men who want to settle down and start a family, early 30s teacher who has her life together is attractive by itself. As long as you don't look like walking, talking road girl, there'll be plenty of men interested in you. My advice is that you don't try to look for a boyfriend. Instead, hang out somewhere where boyfriend material men might be hanging out, and let it happen naturally. Join a social group of some sort, like a board game meetup or art classes or something like that. That way, hello, you're already bonding over shared interests. There is no good answer to this. Mostly because happiness is not achieved by checking boxes. One can be perfectly happy without a relationship, and one can be miserable in a relationship. For me personally, I found happiness in being there for friends and being a good uncle for my nephew. Being ugly isn't a stopper for getting a boyfriend-girlfriend partner, but being a shut-in that doesn't socialize is. Be it Earl or online, you have to socialize. It doesn't have to be big. There is someone out there for everyone, but they won't come knocking out of the blue. Step 1 is trying to not care what anyone thinks. Be prepared to be rejected and shut down. That's normal and doesn't mean anything. It's better to put yourself out there and get nothing than to not try at all. At least there is a chance, and all you need is one. Girl, you need to work on yourself and love yourself before you are ready to date anyone. Diet, gym, skincare, haircut, and hygiene does wonders. Confidence is so important when it comes to how attractive you're perceived. Confidence in yourself, your hobbies, your looks, your value. Being a virgin for so long, especially as a woman, is not a bad thing. If anything, I'm confident there are plenty of people that will appreciate not having to hear about your exes. Also, dating apps are an easy way to meet people. Just date safe and meet in public till you feel a spark. First, don't believe social media. It's a cartoon of reality. I know a few that if you only knew them online, they would look to have a fantastic life, beautiful day every day. It's certainly not. They have their struggles, passions, vices, problems, like everyone else. Now, focusing on you, I'm a bit introvert as well. What helped me a lot was to go to do something I like just for the sake of doing it. Do you have any hobbies? I made a new and lovely group of friends from a hiking group in FB. Later I met a friend of one of this hiking group. If no one invites you to an event you like, you can invite people then. Oh, but what if no one comes? Who cares? You just do you. Also, don't expect that someone is going to come out of the blue and be everything you always dreamed of. Let's start with someone who you enjoy spending time together. The rest will come with time. I have friends who are not pretty and look quite normal and still have relationships. I think if you are open and willing to meet people, you will eventually meet someone who vibe with you. I also have friends who are on the same boat as you. One recently got married after years of not having any relationship because her mom knew someone who has a single son. So you can reach out in many ways, trying to tell that you are open to have relationship. You don't have to mention you've never had a boyfriend to anyone. If you don't like the way you look, try natural options like fitness to help with that. Learn some makeup skills from YouTube to help enhance your features to help you feel better. Seek help from a professional about any social anxieties you may have. It's the only way to actually meet someone early. The thing is, someone needs a break from social media and try to socialize in actual. There's nothing bad to express yourself, it's quite safe and easy. Further, if someone feels bad for him or herself, there's a chance that him or her will find as bad as he or she thinks of him or herself. Further, when it comes to loneliness, and forever, if one had spent his or her childhood, juvenile age, and adult age in loneliness, he or she won't find difficult in spending his or her old age in loneliness. Some guys might dig it like they might really be happy about it. It's awesome that you've not dated anyone, take it as a superpower. I don't think any guy will really care about that. If you're at a date with them, then they clearly like you. Unless they are just looking for some quickie. RIP your inbox. You are more than good enough for lots, even most guys. Big nose? Small nose? Long hair? Short hair? Big boobs? Small boobs? Tall? Short? Thin? Thick? There are multiple guys who appreciate each of these qualities. The most important thing is that you are a kind person. A good personality is a quality guys seek in their long-term partners. One last thing. Never tell yourself you'll be alone forever. This kind of negative self-talk dooms you before you even get in the game. You never know when you'll meet someone. I'm 36. I just met my first girlfriend this past March at age 35. She was 34 then, and I am her first boyfriend. Don't give up, you may find someone when you least expect it. It's not end of the world, and if you are willing to date someone, you are not going to be forever alone. It takes time to build a dynamic, and there is no harm in keep trying. I would suggest that enjoy the phase of dating and looking for people. Don't be disappointed if something doesn't work because it takes you one step closer to what you are looking for.